Greetings and welcome to episode 8 of my Minecraft 1.10 Let's Play. So, you'll have noticed I was a little busy over there in the intro, but before we go over and discuss that, I have a job to do. I have a mending book, finally. I found two of them. I got two from the fishing machine. And it is time to add it to our very last piece of armour that needs it. I'm so excited. My fighting trousers are finally going to be mending fighting trousers, and hopefully they will sort themselves out as I AFK at one farm or the other. So today, as you saw, I was doing some digging out, and I'm going to make a start on that little big build that I've been talking about. That was my phone going, being very unprofessional. Terribly sorry. I thought I had a crafting bench lurking around somewhere. No. Okay, I'll just make one. So I've got a big build to do, and it's going to take a while to do. So I think we'll do it in stages. I might time-lapse some of it because, you know, there comes a point where you just really don't want to watch the placement of hundreds, if not thousands, of blocks. It's certainly not over the course of what will probably be 10 or 12 episodes worth of filming time. So we'll do some jump cuts, we'll do some time lapses as it appears necessary. But what I really wanted to do to begin with was get started on the sort of staircase entrance, and I have a good reason for wanting to do it this way. I have plans for this banked up wall that I've made here. It doesn't look very pretty at the moment, and it's kind of a placeholder, but on top of here will be the giant Chamber of Commerce building, and it will go back away, so a lot of this will have to come up, or I might incorporate it into a sort of basement area. We'll see how we get on. But what I want to do here is have a pair of staircases that come down the sides. You are in my way. That come down the sides here, and we'll have a feature in this area here, and it's this feature area that I mostly want to work on today. So a lot of it's going to be stone. I will need some stone brick and probably some stone brick stairs as well, and most likely slabs too, but we'll see how we get on with these basic materials first. So I'm going to leave a gap here that is 5 wide that matches up with this. So that's the area that I want. No, that's not the area that I want. That's right, I want the 5th one. Do I want it lined up? Yes, I want it lined up. Are you lined up? You are lined up, so there's only 3 there. Okay, that'll work. That will work. And then we're going to go across here. I'll switch out some of the materials a little bit later. And then we're going to go back to, which will make sense, I promise, and we'll pop those in there, and then around the sides we will have some kind of decorative feature as well. This is going to have to come up one more, just so that we've got somewhere to put different blocks if we want to, and we'll bring that down like this. So there we go, and in here, once this road comes out, will be our first nether portal. That needs to move over one. I thought I was leaving 1 wide gaps at the side, but I think the 2 actually looks better. So there we go. now all there is to do is get some kind of decoration going, and then we will build up some staircases, and the entrance to the building will actually be above here. So what I'm going to do, I think, is we'll start with some of these, and the majority of the build for the actual Chamber of Commerce building will be stone with occasional bricks in, I think, but in this area I want to make it a little bit fancier. I'm not too sure what I want along there. I wouldn't mind having some kind of lighting, but that probably will have to wait until we've been to the Nether, because I don't want to use torches on that bit. And these will obviously be replaced with obsidian as we need them. So it's nearly dark already. Let's put a line of these along here too. That'll cover that up. And do we want to take this back another one? I think maybe we do. And I need to get some other blocks. Some andesite maybe would be quite nice in this area as well. So I'm going to have a little sleep. I'm going to gather some more blocks, and I'll be back in a little while. Okay, so I've had a little bit of a fiddle with it in the meantime, but I've not settled on anything yet. And part of the problem is here, because I really, really want to have a nice consistent outer edge. I don't want this in here to be stone brick up one side and then a patchwork of obsidian up this side. So the way I see it, there are two options. I can either get those back, fill this in down here, which is going to leave an odd looking gap for decoration, or I move the whole thing out by one so that I've got two on each side, and I think that might be the option I go for. So I'll get that done and I'll come right back. Okay, so that's fixed that minor problem up, and actually I'm much preferring the way it looks. I think it's got a better border around here now. So it's time to get working on some details, and the first thing I want to do is pop in some of these. Now, I don't know if I want them on each of these. They might work quite nicely. They might look a bit too much. This is not a block I've used an awful lot of in the past, mostly because I keep forgetting it's there. Actually, yeah, I quite like that. Do I want to do it top and bottom is the next question. Oh, well, we'll make a few more and play around with them, and yeah, I want this to be quite a decorative area. It's a bit of a feature. It's the grand entrance to what will be probably the largest building in the market town, so it's worth putting a bit of extra effort in, I think. Yeah, actually I quite like that. In fact, I like that a lot. Okay, I don't think I'll put them on the bottom. Have I got any cobble with me? I have not. Let's do this the lazy way. I only need a few. I just want to test something out. If it works, I'll go back and get some more. Let's do that and see how these look. I like them, but I don't like the way they're connecting there, and I'm not sure there's anything I can do about that. No, I'll take them out for now. We'll think about trying something else a bit later on. I've lost one. Where did you go? I'm over here. So you may have a hint here of what I'm planning on putting in these gaps now. Let's take these out. Actually no, let's try something else I hadn't thought of until just this second. If I put those there, and I'm going to want to have a better backdrop than that. Let's try the polished andesite in the back here. I'm out of slabs as well. Okay. Can tell I'm just doing test runs of things at the moment, can't you? I keep running out of blocks and things. Let's see how the armour stands look in there. And we'll take a couple of sets of this. It shouldn't matter that it's a bit battered, but it was free, so I'm not going to complain. Now I want to make sure... Oh, are you not going to go in there? Let's try that. There we go. Is that going to... That's not going to fit. Okay, well we'll just put the slabs up one higher. That shouldn't be a problem. And we'll put the other one in. I want to make sure they are completely front facing. I don't want any angles on them. And let's clear out some of this. And boots, hat, more boots, and we'll put some trousers on. Is he looking slightly off to one side? I think he is. The stand is straight though. I've not used these much before. The first time I ever used them, one of them disappeared with my spare set of diamond armour on. I was not impressed, so I've kind of avoided using them since then. Maybe an iron armour would go better, but I don't know, I quite like the way they stand out at the same time. Let's get the other side done. So you come out, and all of you come out. And one there, and one there. Hopefully that wasn't too noticeable. My mouse battery decided to run out, so I had to pause things and bring it back. So, and I'm going to need some more sticks. I thought I'd made 4 of them, but apparently not. Let's see if I can remember this off the top of my head. There we go. Just want a couple of them. It's nearly dark again already. I am not having any luck with this today. Have a quick sleep, and then we'll get that finished off. It's been one of those mornings today where everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Let's put that one there, and that one there. And you can have some trousers and a hat. And some shoes. And the final hat. There we go. See, now they're both looking over that way. And these are in opposite directions. I don't know what's going on with them. I have to have a fiddle with them off camera, see if I can't get them to work. Okay. So here we have our sort of grand entrance nether portal-y type area, and the next thing to do is to think about the staircase. So I suppose I had better make some more stairs. I have a few, but I don't think they're going to be enough by a long way. And I think I would like this to curve round at least twice before it gets up to the top. and I think this side is probably going to be the easier one to work with looking at the terrain. So if I want a flat space there, then we're going to have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total. So they don't have to be huge steps up. Let's start there. And of course I haven't got any stone on me. Nope. And there. And I'll fill in the sides later. And this is going to have to be at least 3 wide to take it up the next bit. Which means I've started that in completely the wrong place. Okay, live and learn. Let's bring this all back one. And so that would be here. And then, of course, how silly of me to think you might actually just go where I want you to. Like that. And then these will go here, and of course they will both pop out. One of these days I'll learn how slabs work too. And then I think we're going to go with slabs up for the next bit and then stairs for the last bit, if I can make it work. If I can't, we'll have to have a complete rethink, which I will probably do off camera. Don't want to make all of them into slabs just yet though. Now, do I want it that flush? I think I want to bring it out one more, just to give us a bit of room to connect this side round and cover it up. So if we go there, and then the next one will of course be effectively a full block, so we'll use those rather than faffing about. And then let's see, we're going to have to cover the edges anyway, so we might as well start them off like that. And again with the full blocks, and I want to get it actually that might just do it, because if we're coming round this way before we go up, I might change these out for the white slabs as well. And then we want the last couple of stairs to be over here, I think. Yeah, coming up behind there I think is going to be quite good. Otherwise it's just going to be one, so it's only going to be one step up anyway, isn't it? Do we want to bring that down one? We might want to bring that down one. I think I'm going to have a fiddle about with these, and when I've got a design I like, I'll come back and do the other side. Okay, so I've got something I'm reasonably happy with on this side now. I've pushed the whole thing much further back towards the portal area. Starting out here was giving me all kinds of problems, and I've just started to introduce some smooth stone as well, so I'll repeat that on the other side. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. It's fairly consistent with the kind of build I was expecting. Obviously all of this will be paved as well, and then I think around about here we'll have a grand doorway, and the building will stretch out on either side. It'll be quite tall as well. It's going to be quite an imposing building. But this is the small area we want to focus on right now. So the time is getting a little bit stretched on the video, so I will put up the other side to match, and we'll come back and have a final look at it in just a moment. Okay, so here we are with both sides done. I've put a bit of extra detail in as well. I just think it gives a little bit more depth and a little bit more colour. It also stops you falling off the edge here with this row of andesite blocks I've put in to cover up some of the ugly construction. Both sides match. I'm really quite happy with this. It's pretty much what I had in mind. So yeah, fairly successful day's build. There's just one more thing to do before we call it a day, and that's to put in the portal. Now I haven't got a flint and steel on me. I will have to do that a little bit later on, but there we go. It gives you a general idea of what it will look like. And you know, the more I look at those gold suits of armour, the more I think they kind of work with the sunflowers in the area. It's a nice little splash of yellow, just like we have all over the landscape. It's getting dark. This is a good time to stop. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.